And we're live! Hello, everyone. And I think Sitka's right out of camera. Right, Maddie?
We went live and my husband just showed up with like a giant thing. Hold on a second.
What?
That's just baked potato.
Baked potatoes?
Really good.
For those of you who don't know, Maddie and I were just chatting in the off screen before we went live, talking about ordering out and dinner and all that fun stuff.
And the giant baked potato my husband got that apparently has pulled pork on it.
What?
Has pulled pork on it.
That's legit.
That is America on a plate.
Oh yeah,
I'm 100% there for it.
Also, that little like tune in the background, it sounded like you were in a commercial. That is America on a plate.
Timing!
All right, so I see we had some comments here divided by site. Hey, give this a like. Oh, thank you. And then Alice is here. Hello, Alice.
Hey, Alice.
And Lizzie is also here.
Oh, Lizzie.
Going to be launching my book blog today. I'm finally ready. Oh my goodness!
Yay!
Yes. I'm kind of having a mini crisis. It's the same person every time. Nothing I do gets rid of it permanently, maybe for a few days, and I get discouraged with my writing again. Yeah. There's always those days. I feel like with any sort of writing, there's the days where it's like you're so motivated, and then days it's just dry. It just is not happening.
Yep.
And Abby is here. Hello, hello.
Hey, Abby.
Everything Exploration. Welcome. Let's see if I actually write tonight. I know, I was literally sitting down right before the stream, and I was like, what am I going to work on?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, between the food and the cats, it's going to be a miracle if I get anything done tonight. So
yeah. Do you know what you're going to try to work on?
I'm going back to my Hades Persephone story. I was actually working on it earlier, and I was like, this draft, I'm feeling good about this draft. I think this is the one where I'm finally going to stop like deleting a whole bunch and just start really revising. So I'm very excited.
Yes. I'm so excited for you to start back on that again, because I know you were really like antsy to get back to the characters and everything.
I was like, I'm just going to take a 2-week break from it. And then I ended up taking a month off of it because of Nano. And I was like, this is not what I planned.
Well, it might be good, to kind of get like more clarity or something on it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've been so excited about all of the little excerpts you've been posting on Instagram. You guys, if you do not follow Maddie on Instagram, go follow her, because she has the absolute coolest quotes from the Hades and Persephone. I'm so excited.
That's so nice of you to say. Those are just like the mediocre ones. Like everything else is terrible. Those ones I'm like, yeah, that might be fun. So I'm going to enjoy them.
I thought they were so good. I was like, I need these in posters or something.
I'll do a little collage for you once everything's done. How about that?
Oh, that would be perfect. And Lizzie, I need to rewrite my Xmas romance. It's not working, and it's 10 draft level at this point. Yeah. Or 10 or negative 10. I don't know, but yes,
either way,
I understand the rewriting. Because if it's negative 10, I completely understand, because my short story that I'm gonna try to work on right now, I've actually been writing on it all day, which I'm very proud that I've been doing, because it's been a while since I've sat down and worked on a project like all day. So I might keep doing that. But yeah, it's definitely like a negative level 10 draft right now. And then I have never enough time to rewrite this actual book, and I'm almost 30K in, and it's getting too late. Yeah. I feel that. And then Books Fell Over is here. Hello. Sorry, that took me like a really long time to process. The username. I'm sorry, you guys. It's late. Also, the screen is really tiny for some reason, so I'm like leaning in.
It's because you're sharing your screen. I've noticed it does that, like, because you get like that notification thing at the top, and so it like minimizes everything else.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Interesting.
Hi, dear.
Good. Yeah, spelling. Okay. I got you. Abby, I'm going to be writing the outline of a fun, chill fan fiction short story that I'm planning on writing over the holidays. Yes.
I love it. Such a nice break from
I
from
know.
projects and stuff.
Yes, especially over the holidays, like just like relax and then work on a light little writing project.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best. Really wish I was allowed to have social media writing. It would be so much more fun outside of YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I really like YouTube. The social media side of the writing community is really nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Draft -10. Okay. I feel you there. I really do. What's the user I want to see? I've been thinking about posting quotes. Oh, it's Madeline Monaghan, right?
Yep. All lowercase.
That's
Nothing fancy.
it's easy to remember. I'm working on writing out all of my writing projects descriptions. I might share one later if that's okay. Yes,
Please do.
do. I love hearing about everyone's projects. This is my horrible spelling grammar tonight. Sniffing my new Christmas book is affecting my brain. I love that.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one who does that. You'll just open a book and snort.
There's a scent to it, and it's so comforting.
It is. Oh my gosh. I will take the smell of new books over a new car any day.
Oh yeah, new car. I don't get that smell.
I don't either.
I don't know. I love the smell of new books. My mom keeps telling my dad to wrap my books, but he never does it. I love that. All right, well, I was thinking maybe we could start off with a 15-minute sprint. Does that sound good with everyone? And then after that, we'll request sprint times and things like that.
Yeah.
Just to kick it off. Perfect. Also, I already have 15 minutes loaded up on the Google timer.
So it's whatever's easiest for Helene. It makes sense.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm struggling here so bad. All right. Oh, it was going. How did it go? What's happening?
15 minutes turned into a 5-minute mad dash, y'all. Go, go,
Oh,
go, go.
no. We're going to reset this. Don't start. Okay. Okay, you guys. 15 minutes is on the clock. Happy writing, everyone. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. All right, time is up, you guys. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so how did everybody do for that sprint? How did you do, Maddie?
I'm not gonna lie, I stuffed my face with cheddar biscuits, and then proceeded to talk Christmas things with my family. And I honestly, I don't actually know how many words I got. I've stopped counting. I realize I'm much happier when I don't count.
Yeah, I feel that because sometimes you feel like you've made so much progress, and then if you look at the word count, it can kind of like ruin the mood. You know, it's not as much as you thought.
Yeah, I'd rather have that feeling of, even if I only wrote like 50 words, they were a good 50 words as opposed
Yeah.
to writing 600 words and them being all, the same word 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah,
So,
being happy with the words that you wrote rather than the amount of them.
yeah. And that's the thing too with this draft is that I want to feel good about it. I don't want to have to do another like rewrite. So that's kind of my goal. So I'm trying to take my time with this one. What about you?
I like it. Well, I've also kind of fallen out of the habit of counting words. I mean, after NaNoWriMo's over, what's the point?
Who cares?
But for the purposes of this stream, I did tally up. So I wrote 211 in that 15 minutes. And those were good words. I'm feeling very happy with them. I'm at a part where it's kind of almost the climax. It's like a subtle climax, maybe a pre-climax of this short story. The main character is finally standing up for herself and finding her voice, because the whole backstory to it, without going into too much detail, is that she's technically like the queen of this fantasy country, but since she's underage, the court has kind of taken over her power. So she's more of like a puppet queen at this point, and they just pull her out for official things. So she's finally like stepping up and
Nice.
standing up for herself. So
I like it. I like it very much. I also love it when, I will admit, I'm kind of a sucker for when movies do that, where they have like a fake out climax before the actual climax.
yes.
Just because it's like, you have like those moments of like, this is awesome. And then that moment of, oh no. And then it gets awesome again. And it's great.
Yes.
I love
I
it.
feel like Avengers does that. I feel like in a lot of their movies, like you're like, whoa, this is an epic battle. And then you're like, oh, wait, there was another one. That wasn't the climax. Just kidding. Here's another battle.
Yeah, well, that's how I felt. Again, I'm going to get so much hate for this, but that's how I felt when I watched The Last Jedi, and it's the throne room scene where they're like fighting the guards. I was freaking out.
I loved that scene. Like the choreography and like the fight. I was like, yes.
Yes, and I was so excited. And then, of course, you had like the down thing where you thought he was a good guy, and he's not a good guy. He's going thrown. I'm still going to throttle him for that. But I hate fake outs like that. But it's like it was that thing where it was like really, really hyped, and then it was like, oh no, this is sad, and then it's like really, really hyped again at the end, and it was great.
Yes. Oh, I love it. And then Lizzie, this is from earlier. I remember to smell my books. I don't remember to shave. I feel that.
Shaving takes more time out of your day.
Yeah, right. Abby totally didn't just zone out the last 5 minutes stalking Maddie on Insta. You guys, go stalk Maddie on Insta.
If you want lots and lots of ridiculous pictures of cats.
And also great writing content as well. Great content all around. All around.
That's debatable, but
It is. It is. And then Life of Angelina is here. Hello. So 3 years from now. And Dr. Sprinkle has joined us. Hello.
Hey, Dr. Sprinkle.
Oh, and these were the...
Okay.
Yes, okay. Cynthia, is that how you pronounce it? I really like it. is a cursed girl, some might say. She was given the powers of two gods whose people are currently at war. Having the power of one god is a gift. Having the powers of both is a death sentence.
Ooh.
Yes! In a world where her protectors are also her enemies, Xynthia must find a way to survive. Along the way, she discovers some interesting information that changes things. The problem is it's hard to get the people trying to kill you to listen, even if what you have to say could change the course of history. Dun dun dun.
I love that idea of the protectors not being people who you can trust.
Yes.
Like, that adds so much anxiety to the character, but like good anxiety. I love that. Ooh, Alice, I'm so excited.
I know.
Also, there's a cat. I don't know if you can see the tail over there.
Yes. I love it. And then Abby got 175 and Alice got 521.
I was hot with these 521.
Oh,
Good Lord.
I'm writing in Wattpad, so I don't know the word count, but not much. You know what? If they were good words, it doesn't matter.
I'm totally riffing on, or not riffing, ripping off Whose Line Is It Anyway? But welcome to writing, where everything's made up and the word count doesn't matter.
I like it. Also, can I get Madeline's Insta again? So it's Madeline.Monaghan.
Right. But everything exploration, if you're spelling it like that, that's not actually how you spell my name. I don't have the extra E in it. I'm not fancy like that. So it's just Madeline. So it looks like the little girl who lives in a house covered in vines in Paris. But it's pronounced Madeline, not Madeline.
Can I write it in the comments? Is that okay, Maddie? Okay.
They left the house at 9:30, and rain or shine, the smallest one was Madeline. Except that's not how you pronounce my name. In an old house in Paris that was covered in vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. They left the house at 9:30, and rain or shine. She was like the only character who had my name when I was a kid. You know what? They'll learn. It's fine. My cat just fell off the table. It's just like, they'll figure it out. So like I made it a point to like memorize the openings because there had never been another character who had my name or who spelled it like that. So yeah, I love her.
I love it.
I only have red hair when I dye it though. So
shoot, forgot about this stream. I was watching my phone. Oh, you're totally good. I'm going to be switching between rereading our draft of another project and taking notes and working on this outline. Nice. I love juggling projects. Edited some in my first book blog post. Awesome. I'm so excited for you, Lizzie. What site do you use for your blog? Oh, yes, I do want to know this. Wix, the free plan. Nice.
Oh, me too.
I need to get a website up. It's been so long, but it's at the point where I'm like, I don't even know what I would put on my website yet.
I like just updated it today, and it had been a hot sec since I was last on it.
3 sites, 1 published. They are all with Wix, so I can make things up the way I want it. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot figure the site out. Drove me nuts.
Yeah, it is a little bit. There's a lot to it. I kind of just go through the basic stuff. I'm like, everything else I'll learn some other day.
And then, Lucy named an ant in the book after Maddie.
Oh, yay. I can't wait until I'm actually an aunt. It's years down the road, but my older sister is getting married next July, or this coming July. And so I'm like, they're in a place where they can actually have kids if they want them. So you want to make me an aunt?
That's awesome. I know I was the older sister. I mean, I still am the older sister. And I always wanted to be an aunt, like when I was little, but like, it's not going to happen.
You got to go first.
I know. Well, I guess I should like specify when I was in grade school, I always wanted to be an aunt because I had friends who had like older, like really older siblings and stuff. I always wanted to be one, but you know, it was a grade school. Found it perfect. And then this was Madeline's Instagram. And then Abby, no joke, the book Madeline broke me when I was a kid. I can't remember why it was so sad for me as a kid, but it was. My mom used to read it to me.
The story, one of the stories I did actually make me sad, and it was the one where, what was the little boy's name? Was it Pepe? The little Spanish boy who she befriends. I think his name was Pepe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But he like got lost or got separated from his parents, and so Madeline was like trying to help him get back to his mom and dad. And I was like, this is so sad. Oh, and then the one where she had her appendix removed. I was like scarred by that story. I was like I remember reading that, and I never heard of it before, and I was like, Mom, what's an appendix? And then my mom made it worse, being like, oh, I had my appendix removed too. And I'm like, I don't want to know anymore.
What? I vaguely remember reading Madeline. Like I vaguely remember. So I I have no idea.
It's one of the stories. She like wakes up in the middle of the night crying, and Miss Clavel is like running in, and she doesn't know what's wrong, and they take her to the hospital. She's got like her appendix removed and everything, and it's like, oh my gosh, it scarred me. But it was really cute though, because it's like all the little girls who lived in the house would like come, and they had like gifts for Madeline, and make you feel better. And it's like, I mean, it's still a happy story, but like when you're a kid and you had no idea that, appendixes burst, that's a very freaky thing to learn.
My goodness. Well, even I think as an adult, it's kind of a scary thing too. Like I have a great story. It's short, I promise. So my best friend, I was in Washington because that's where Silverwood is.
Mhm.
This is obviously before COVID. And my best friend called me up on the phone like in the middle of the night, and I was like, "What's wrong? Why are you calling me?" And she's like, "Hey, so I'm in the hospital." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I had to get my appendix removed." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "How are you doing?" She's like, "I just kind of want someone to talk to." So I was like, "Yeah." Didn't sound like she was doing great. And then she's like, "Okay, well, I have a request for you." And I was like, "Oh no, a request from my friend in the hospital. I can't say no to this." So I was like, "Okay, what is it?" She's like, "When you go to Silverwood tomorrow, you need to ride on that big scary roller coaster for me." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I'd never been on a roller coaster before. And I was like, "Are you gonna make me go on?" I can't remember what it's called, but it's that big scary one that Silverwood's kind of famous for. It's like, "You're gonna make me go on it. First time I've ever been on a roller coaster. You're gonna make me go on that one because I can't say no to you." Anyway, I went on it and it was not fun.
It doesn't sound like fun. That's such a weird request. Like if one of my friends did that, I'd be like, look, I love you, but no. Ask me to do something else. Although it was funny, my cousin, well, I guess it wasn't funny because it was painful for him, but my cousin's appendix did the same thing, and he had to have it removed. And my aunt thought that he was faking it so he could get out of school. She thought he was faking a stomach ache. And she was like, "No, you still gotta go." And he was like, "No, this really hurts." And so he like kept insisting that it was hurting. And so she like went up to him and was like, kind of did like because it does like physical therapy stuff. So she was like kind of testing him to see if he was lying or not. And based on his reaction, she was like, "Okay, we're going to the hospital."
Jeez.
My aunt does not take BS, and she will not believe you unless she can prove it for herself that you were telling the truth. That's just always how she's been. It's so funny.
Oh my goodness. Oh, also, Dr. Sprinkle is an ant. Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Sprinkle.
I love it.
Dr. Sprinkle, you're on the way to being Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick. Oh,
And then everything.
awesome.
Oh, an ant twice.
Well, congratulations to your sister.
Yes. 10-year-old sister wants 11 kids. I'll be an aunt in no time.
The classic enemies to lovers story.
Rejected her. Oh, yes, the drama. 200 puppies, 200 kitties. Yeah, my little sister went through the same thing, and she was adamant that I was going to be the nurse to all of those animals in the house. She was going to pay me, and that was going to be my job.
That's crazy.
Nephew, 6, another. My older sister just gave me a niece one.
That's so fun. That's so fun. Yeah, my parents are not grandparents yet, and probably won't be for a while. But I have everything planned out for that day. But I'm not going to say it because if they ever watch this, I don't want to spoil the surprise. So
Yes. That one was so sad. The one with the boy and the appendix one scarred me.
yeah,
I don't remember any of
the
these,
one
but
the one where Pepe gets lost was so sad. I felt so bad for him.
jeez. So attached to Madeline. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know appendix burst till a year ago, and I read about the antagonist having it burst in a book. Someone's burst on a cruise they were on. Yeah. That's crazy.
Isn't that funny? And it doesn't even do anything. Like that's the funny thing is that the appendix doesn't do anything but burst. It does nothing for your body. It's
I
just
know.
there, and sometimes it explodes.
Also, do you guys want to suggest a time? Or Maddie, do you have like a fun history day off the top of your head? We can work up a little bit, so like a little bit, between 17 and 20 minutes, something like that.
I'm trying to think. See, when you say history, my first thought, oh, actually, are you still doing American Revolution stuff?
I mean that was kind of like for in the near future
Oh, okay.
kind of a thing. It's like tabled, but I just got inspired for it that one day. But I love American Revolution, so if you have a day, throw one out there for sure.
I don't know if I have a day. I'm trying to think of like that time frame, or maybe it's like after the American Revolution into the early 1800s, like what there is. And then I started getting into the sad facts because that's when you start having like idiots like Andrew Jackson come into office. So
Yeah, yeah.
we don't like them.
Oh, Alice suggested 1719.
Nice.
I like it.
I feel like something happened in 1719 that I'm blanking on.
I'm sure it did.
When was the French Revolution? Oh, that was like the 80s, wasn't it? Hold on a second. What happened?
Maybe. I'm loading up the timer here.
1719.
Oh.
There was a Russian naval battle.
Oh,
Hold on.
nice.
Liechtenstein became a sovereign member of the Holy Roman Empire.
Ooh.
Um,
It's weird to think that the Holy Roman Empire was still going on like in the 1700s. You know what I mean? I don't
mhm.
know. I think of it as like really ancient, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I thought the Ottoman Empire was like long ago, and then I found out that it ended actually a lot later than I thought it did.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Austro-Hungarian Empire. I was like, huh, that's not a thing. And then I looked and it's into like the early 1900s. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's crazy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the time. We have 1719, where a Russian naval battle took place. And I'm going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1. All right, that is time, you guys. Do.
Yay.
I was writing up to the last second there. Alrighty, how did everybody do? How did you do, Maddie?
Good. I think I'm pretty close to finishing this first chapter, and I really am feeling good about it this time around. Like,
That's
I
good.
really like Persephone. Like, she makes me so happy. Actually, Alice kind of inspired me to say this, but I have another quote that I'm going to throw in on my Instagram because I absolutely love it. But if you all would like, I can totally share it with you here so you guys get like a sneak peek before I post it.
Will you please? I want to hear it so bad.
You want me to do it now?
Yes.
Okay. So the one line that I wrote, or I guess it's two technically, that I really liked was I couldn't remember the last time someone just called me Persephone, and my mother saying it when she was angry didn't count.
Ooh. There's so many feels in that one sentence, and I haven't even read the book yet. I love that. I do know a little bit about the Persephone story though, so I think I know kind of some of the backstory to that.
I can tell you in the private chat. I mean, it's not like a huge spoiler or anything, but there was another name that Persephone in some myth goes by.
Kore? Is it Corey? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's like Corey or Core, I think, depending on who you're talking to. But yeah, so basically, like, that's her nickname in this, and that's what everyone calls her, unless her mom is angry at her. So
I love it.
She doesn't like it. She's like, "Come on, I have a name. I just use it."
I guess I was trying to figure out what I did, but I forgot to mark where I left off last time. Oh. Okay. Hold on. I'm highlighting it. And yes, I'm writing on my phone. I know it's weird and kind of unprofessional, but it's really nice to just like chill and just like be able to write it. I have it on Google Docs, so it's nice because I can switch between my phone and my laptop.
At least when you've been on your phone, you're being productive. With me, I made the mistake of downloading Galaxy of Heroes, which is like a Star Wars like RPG game.
Yes!
I'm just like trying to level up my characters. Like, so I literally spent like 2 hours lying on the couch today, just like trying to level up my character.
I love it. Oh, okay. So I got 204.
Woo!
Which is good.
That is good.
I'm excited. And then Charlie has joined us. Hello, Charlie. And Lizzie finished the blog post. One more proofread before I put it up and launch the site. Danica and Ethan are teens in an elite science program called Toga. They live in a town that is attacked by creatures with a taste for humans. This isn't the first attack, but the safety measures fail this time, leaving many dead and others vulnerable. Instead of following the others into their death, Ethan and Danica choose to head into a building they were told never to enter, only to discover everything they had been told was a lie. A dead man, 200-year-old teenagers, and maybe a way to save the town from the creatures along the way. I love that. This gives me like Percy Jackson vibes, but like you're like the monsters are all dragged there. I guess just because the Project Toga name, like the gladiators and
yeah. It almost sounds like the two things that came to my mind were what is that movie called? That movie where they can't speak, they can't make noise, or else the creatures will get them. What is that movie?
Was it Jurassic Park?
No. It wasn't Jurassic Park. It was the one with Emily Blunt and her husband, whose last name I can never pronounce.
Oh, yeah.
A Silent Place. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like it reminded me of A Silent Place, kind of mixed with like Attack on Titan, which is a really weird combination, but like that's just what came into my mind. You know, because they're like going into like parts of like the city that they're not supposed to be in, and that's kind of like what it was in Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Ooh. I haven't seen season 2. I sort of fell out of love with that show, but that's just what it made me think of.
Yeah. And then Alice, 702 and another description done. The sprint did not feel long at all. I know. I was writing and then I looked up and I was like, oh, dang. Yay for quotes, Maddie. Yes, always yay for quotes.
I might have to make that Instagram thing tonight.
Please do.
Our next sprint.
Dr. Sprinkle got 313 words.
Yay.
Lizzie finished post and now setting it up on blog. I'm working on my other project, not the same one as from NaNoWriMo. Yeah, same here. I guess, I mean, technically mine was like at the tail end of NaNoWriMo. I decided to switch over to it, but it's something silent.
Yeah, I think it's called A Silent Place.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That sounds right. In a forest.
I think they are in a forest, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is a silent place. Okay. I've never seen it. Horror movies are not my my thing, but I do actually applaud that movie for having an actress who is actually deaf and using real ASL in it, and they actually it's very cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you see the sequel? Yeah, I haven't even seen the first one. Same as you, Maddie. I cannot handle horror movies. What?
How do you have a sequel to that? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen the first one, so I don't know if maybe it ends in like a cliffhanger or something, but I'm just like, how do you have a sequel?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of the sequel. I didn't even know there was one. I don't know.
There's always a sequel. Are you
Part
kidding me?
2. I know. Anymore, it's just always a sequel or a remake to something.
It's a remake, a reboot, or a sequel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Come on, Hollywood. Let's get some new ideas here.
No.
As I failed to snap, I couldn't even snap.
There we go. But I mean, that's how I feel like that's one of the reasons why I like Christopher Nolan movies so much, because it's the one thing that's not a remake and it's not a reboot and very rarely has a sequel. It's like a one and done movie, and I'm like, thank you.
Yes, we appreciate that.
Christopher Nolan is the director what's that Batman line? He's the director we deserve and the one we need right now. Unlike Batman, who's the hero we deserve, but not the one we need right now.
Saw the trailer a long time ago. Oh, this is for the sequel. Sequel. Don't know the year they're having it. Yeah, I mean, if it was really recent too, COVID could have kind of tripped all that up.
I was going to say a lot of movies got delayed. Like I know Wonder Woman 84 is coming out finally this year, but that had gotten delayed. And actually, I have the book for it up there, and I'm gonna read it before the movie comes out. But I really want to see Chaos Walking, and I have the book. I'm gonna read the book first, I promise. But that got delayed like a full year, and it's coming out in January now. So
wow,
yeah,
I know. All right, so does anyone want to suggest another sprint time? I'm good doing anywhere between 22 to 25 to kind of amp things up. Yeah? Does that sound good, Maddie?
Yeah, I was thinking we could do 2021 and like be hopeful for the future.
Yeah, I actually like that. Does 2021 sound good to you guys?
Because we're not doing the dumpster fire, that is.
Yes. Everything exploration. We're in the era of remakes and it needs to stop. I just found out they're doing a remake of Winx Club. Yeah.
They're remaking Winx Club? Was that popular enough for a remake?
They're remaking everything.
Where's the Totally Spies remake? How about the Dragon Tales remake?
Oh, Dragon Tales. That was my childhood.
Or the Arthur remake. Like, where are those?
I feel like Arthur's still going, isn't it? Like, I think it's just been going. I don't know. I feel like that's the TV show that never died.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, Charlie's in live action. So I've heard.
Like a live action Winx Club?
Live action, like animated to live action always scares me. See,
here's the thing, is the biggest red flag they could have given us with these remakes is when they announced they were bringing back Teen Titans, And then we got this Teen Titans Go nonsense. So I don't trust these people anymore. Whoever decides to like remake this stuff, I'm like, because I was promised a season 6 of Teen Titans, and I got a season 1 of complete garbage. So I'm still mad about that.
Yeah. I just know, like, when I have kids, I'm not showing them the live action Disney until they've seen the original ones, like all the original ones,
Oh, I'm
and
just
have grown to appreciate it as I do. And then maybe later when they're older, I'll show them the live action and be like, yeah, we don't see the animated's better, isn't it? Yeah,
They're-
this one isn't good.
my children are never going to see the live action remakes. I forbid it. They are banned from my house. The only live action Disney movies they are allowed to watch are the ones that are somewhat original. So like Pirates of the Caribbean or Miracle or like movies like that. Anything that's a remake of an animated classic, I'm like, no, that does not come in my house. If you have friends who have these DVDs, they stay outside.
No, you may not go on a sleepover with this person. They watch the live action version, and we do not condone that in this house here. All right, so I'm good with 2021. I'll go ahead and set that up real fast, and then I'll get to the rest of the comments here. Um, okay. 2021. Here's to a better year, you guys.
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
They can't bring Totally Spies into this. Like Totally Spies was like it'd be like if they tried to make like do like a live action Powerpuff Girls. It's just like no, there are just some things you just do not touch.
I know.
And we
Live action.
No.
Mm-mm. They should have done another season or spinoff for their older, like they did with Ben 10.
They had an episode of Teen Titans where they went to the future and met their older selves. I'm like, why don't you just kind of take that and run with it? Then we finally get a good Nightwing character. Thank you very much, you Disney. You see, dude.
So do you like they'll be around?
They're barely around now. Like it's so funny because they'll be like, hey, can we get the DVD for that? And my husband's like, you mean the Blu-ray? I'm like, it's a DVD.
DVD. I know. I still have the VHS. Like our Aladdin is on VHS. We don't actually have DVD or Blu-ray of it.
Our Little Mermaid is still on VHS, and I love it. Oh my gosh, we still have like our old like rewind because you know how on some VHS players you had to take it out and put it in a separate thing to rewind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have that, and I was like, I forgot what I was watching, but I think it was like Fantasia or something, but I was rewinding it. I was like, this is amazing. I missed this sound.
You know what a great childhood animated show was? Land Before Time. That is timeless. If they ever made a live animated action, it would be sad. Yes.
I like how they did the Lion King live action, and I'm like, you do realize CGI is just another form of animation, right?
I know. The remake of Carmen Sandiego and Lost in Space are good. Oh, I've never seen the original Carmen Sandiego, but I do remember watching Lost in Space a little bit. Like when I was younger, I didn't see too much of it. But that's good to know.
The only remake I will ever recommend to people is 3:10 to Yuma, and that movie is absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Best Western, not The Hotel. I'm going to mute myself before I
All right, you guys, 2021 is on the clock. Here's to hoping to a better new year than the one we're currently in. And I'm going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1. All right, that is time, you guys. And 1 second. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. That sound is so annoying.
I mean, gets your attention.
It's something. At least it's not me going beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep. I mean, we
All
could do
right.
that.
Yeah, we could. We certainly could. So how did everybody do for that sprint? I have not tallied mine up. What else is new? How did you do, Maddie?
I am just a few sentences away from finishing this one chapter.
Yes.
Still working on chapter 1, but I feel like I have a good, strong start now.
Awesome.
So setting things up a little bit early. I'm trying to figure out too, like how many chapters I want, like in between, because you know how I was saying I was gonna have like some like
Yeah.
Hades intervals or interludes in this. So I'm trying to decide when exactly I want to get his point of
Yeah,
view,
like
as
where to
opposed to
break up the
just
flow of the narrative and
yeah, yeah. So yeah. I'm not gonna give any spoilers on here, so I'll
yeah,
probably just like text you later or something
I
and be
want all
like,
the
"This is
tea.
why I'm having trouble with it."
Sorry, also I was multitasking there. I
Oh,
promise. I was listening to what you were saying.
oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I know you're
So I
counting up
got
your thingy.
349 words for that one, which is really, really good for me. I'm very happy. I think the last like 50 or so words, I'm gonna
Awesome.
have to go back and really smooth out because I was really down to the wire there and just, vomiting words just to get them out there before the timer went off. So, oh yes.
Word vomit.
So Charlie loves that remake of Lost in Space. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out now. And Lizzie made the logo for the site. And the site has been
Very nice.
published. Although some
Yay!
fixes need to be made. Yeah, you could totally do those later. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Is there like a delay? Because I feel like sometimes when you start websites and stuff, it takes a few hours for it to show up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, I
What about
love
more from
these.
Alice?
You guys always feel
Oh
free
my
to
gosh.
share like summaries or excerpts of what you're working on because I love hearing about them. Demira, I love that name, is
That's
the
funny.
daughter of the leader of a city that lives at peace in the Loiven Desert. Magic has been a part of her culture for centuries, but has been pushed out by technology in the present. Ooh, and then I think it continues. This isn't a problem until the city is attacked by an ancient power that can only be stopped by the old ways. Demira is trapped when the magic practitioner cast with stopping the ancient power fails. Leaving Demira, who turned away from magic years ago to use her limited magic knowledge to call upon a spirit and plead with them to teach her the magic. Ooh, she needs to she needs to defeat the ancient power and return her city to peace. The spirit agrees, but with conditions. Demira doesn't know if she can meet, but she needs to for her people.
Dang, Alice. Alice is just he just keeps killing it and everything. What
So
the heck?
creative. Oh,
Oh my
and then
lord.
also, I promise I didn't skip over yours. Grace is here. Hello, Grace. I'm glad you could join us. We do have one more sprint coming up here. Um, and Lizzie, Wix editor messed up, won't let me show it. What?
Huh.
But Alice got 834 words and finished off the descriptions.
Yeah.
I'm rewriting a chapter and getting to a new scene I have to write from scratch. I think I'm finally getting the hang of it again. Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yes.
It's a feeling I've been having all night.
Uh, and Dr. Sprinkle got 215 words.
Yay, Dr. Sprinkle.
Yes, and then everything is
We're getting
corrections
a
minutes and the summary. Yes.
So we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait now until that comes in.
Also, you guys, feel free to comment sprint times. down below. I think we should start amping down here, maybe between 10 to 15 minutes. So comment below. Comments are lagging a little bit. So, gonna scroll here. Yes, little plug. Make sure to like this video if you haven't already. I'm so bad at plugging, you guys. I have to go into full YouTuber mode or else it feels awkward. I have to be like, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time I post a new video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
You have to get into like the mindset for me, I have to like mentally prepare myself. Like yes. I edited it out of my videos, but there's always a moment where I just pause and then say
Oh, okay. Comments are here. Lizzie says, Wix says my site doesn't have a name when it clearly does. Yeah.
It might be slow. It might just be loading since it's new.
It's weird. But here is the summary. Born descended from royal blood and into the wealthiest merchant family in Agalon, Michael Connanberg is the epitome of born privilege. But when his family is arrested for treason, a shocking revelation throws him into a society that seeks to use him while no longer recognizing his rights as a man. Oh, dang.
Yes. I am behind this 100%.
Oh, and there's more.
There's more reports.
Oh, okay. A prince born of a concubine, unfavored yet well accomplished, Prince Hoshiko.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, you read it. You read it.
Hoshiko Hayano
is fifth in line.
Sorry, it's Japanese. I couldn't resist.
No, I was going to ask you actually. To the serpent's throne, but when those within overthrow his father, the emperor, he must fight to stay alive while unknowingly carrying a secret that will make him question who he is and what he wants. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm so here for this.
It sounds weird to say it, but I think it's just because like I'm so used to writing female protagonists and I've been reading a lot of books with female protagonists that I love the sound of these like strong going on a quest male protagonists. I feel like I'm that. I'm so excited. That sounds amazing. Oh wait, they're combined. Wait. It's the same.
When forces beyond their control seek to plunge their countries into war and chaos, these two young men from opposite sides must come together to put a stop to it. But even after succeeding, Michael and
Hoshiko
soon learned that this was only the beginning, as they are plunged into a world of death and violence, lies and manipulation, and a great love they never knew before. Dang! I am so here for this.
I am so hyped. Wait, I want to read this.
I know.
Wait, what? No. Is there
Let me know if you're looking for beta readers.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. Also, I gotta scroll back. Oh, here it is. So Alice had suggested 10:10. I'm good with that.
I like that.
I'm okay. Also, so we might just jump right into this next sprint so that way we have time to talk before closing, because I do have to leave as close to the 2-hour mark as possible, because I promised my family I would watch Mandalorian with them because we're not caught up yet.
I haven't gotten caught up to season 2 yet. No.
I won't spoil anything. We're not really caught up either. We maybe watched like the first 2 episodes of season 2. So we're
I've only seen the first episode of season 2.
But anyway, so
get enough spoilers from Instagram.
I won't spoil anything, I promise. None of those spoilers are going to come from me.
No spoilers.
Tight-lipped here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and load up 10:10. 10:10. That's such a fun number. Also, I thought I wrote it backwards at first. I thought our like 0110 or something.
We're just going binary on this last one.
We sure are. It's late, you guys. I mean, it's only 8 my time, but
I
it
was
feels
gonna
like
say, what do you mean it's late?
this is late for me. I'm a grandma. I go to bed at like 9:30.
Girl, I hope you're not a grandma yet.
Okay, I'm gonna make it big. All right, you guys, 10:10 is on the clock, and I will start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Wait, 1. Ah, all right, time's up. I was on such a roll there. Oh, what happened? Okay, we're fine. I just discovered recently that apparently my laptop has the capability to, like, if you have two tabs in the same window, you can take a tab and drag it out to make like another window. And I
Oh
accidentally
yeah,
do that a lot, so that's what happened there.
I do that too. It's okay.
Okay, so we have some comments here. Also, sorry, how did you do?
I think I did okay. I finished chapter 1 finally. So my total word count for chapter 1 was 3,137. Um, so that is actually better because like I keep track of words by chapter, just so I know where the book is at overall. And it is about a little less than 100 words than I got last draft.
Oh
So
no.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry, you froze. That's why I said, oh no.
Oh, you
Okay.
froze too. I didn't get my camera
Thank
though,
you. Thank you.
so
I appreciate it.
well, it didn't freeze on a funny face. So
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'll have to be like all serious all the time now in case
I know.
it ever freezes. I just won't ever smile or like open my mouth too wide or anything like that. I'll just like do the whole stream like this in case it freezes. Anyway, that's good. I'm excited.
How did you do?
Good question. So I did mark where I left off last time. That's good. That helps a lot. Okay, okay. Um, I got 157 words. Was on such a roll. I was on such a roll. Hopefully, I'll remember what my train of thought was. Okay, so Lizzie said, I'll try to find my book blurb later, though it's not as interesting. I'm sure it's interesting. I'm sure it is. I would love to hear it. That's a lot. Oh, nice. Historical romance and political drama.
Yeah, I thought so. It sounded like it was. So I'm totally down for that.
And self-plug it's on Wattpad, The King and the Emperor. Nice.
Ooh.
Dr. Sprinkle, I am better at the actual writing than the blurb. Same. I suck at summarizing things.
I'm terrible at it. I can't do it. I just end up saying the whole story.
I know.
I just give the synopsis instead of the summary.
I know, or I'll like do a really condensed synopsis and then, or like a really condensed blurb or something, and then I'll be like, wait, is that interesting enough? Did I just not write enough for it to be interesting? You know, it's such a delicate balance.
I know. I feel that.
People are like, oh, pick the most interesting part of your book. And I'm like, but I don't know what that is. It's like that moment when people ask you, so what's your book about? And you're like, I don't know. It's kind of like that moment. They're like, oh, just write like the interesting points in your book. And I'm like, what are the interesting points in my book? I kind of forgot. But yeah, sorry. I don't have a blurb because I have low self-esteem, so it's hard for me to hype myself sometimes. Yeah, I feel that.
Yep.
I had to put my site's name in the description. Okay. Hopefully everything's figured out. I have to add it to my read later list. Yes. Apparently when your site name has dreams in it, it won't show up on search results. Really? Weird. Blurbs are so hard because it's a quick summary. If I write a blurb first, I guarantee you will lose interest in the project idea. Yeah, I can see that. Because it's kind of like when you already know what the story's about, then it's kind of not as interesting to write.
Mm-hmm.
Helpful. Queen's University is known, I love all these. Queen's University is known for their biology and forensics programs. Some of the smartest students flock because of their unique experiences. One nicknamed the Body Yard. A yard filled with dead bodies used for experiments. Ooh, this reminds me of
Oh,
an episode on Bones when they had like different scenarios, like testing like how dead bodies decompose in different situations. Anyway, the problems come when the bodies start reacting strangely, experiments not going to plan. Actually, they aren't following science at all.
oh no.
At least there's nothing in the science students' textbooks about the undead. Oh!
Ah!
Once the bodies get out of control, the science students are forced to join forces with a couple of the art students. Ah! I love this! The
Yes,
science and art students. I'm so here for this. Okay. Oh,
yes.
I got way too excited.
I love that.
I love this.
This is great.
Who say they know what is happening, but the question is, why is the undead in their textbooks? In the art students' textbooks? I love that. That's such a thing that would be in art history textbooks. I'll tell you what, as someone who's taken many classes in art history,
I
I can
love
see it.
Alice. I want all of these books.
I feel like that's such a Leonardo da Vinci thing. I feel like Leonardo da Vinci probably experimented with the undead. I can see him doing something like that.
Absolutely.
Also, by arts, it means history and language. Ooh, okay. I can see that too, though. History and language.
Alice,
History, what if? Oh,
please
oh,
bestow
so
us,
many questions.
bestow us your books, all of these. We want them
Yes,
now.
I want them all.
I want them
And
on
then,
my own shelf.
oh, awesome. Here's Lizzie's. Oh,
Oh
it
my gosh,
jumped.
there's more.
It jumped. Awesome. My book blurb. Don't let her name fool you. Holly Driscoll hates every holiday. I love it. But nothing comes close to her hatred for Christmas. Seeing people happy and getting presents makes her want to scream and lock herself. Too bad everyone in Colorado Springs loves the holidays, the same town that is the reason why she hates all holidays in the first place. She's dreading going back there for the winter season to help with her family's catering business on the road, not wanting to see past people. Ooh, her best friend, her ex-boyfriend, all the people she pushed away last year when she couldn't take what was happening anymore. Dang.
Don't you love it when you have to face the ghosts of Christmas pasts?
Yeah. I'll like that. And then there's more. That's where Levi Blanchard, her sweetest sugar cookies ex, comes in. I love that description. Santa's biggest fan. I love that.
This is great.
That's such a great description. The last thing she wants to do is work with him, but what choice does she have?
Oh my God.
Yes. It doesn't help that he wants to find her love for the holidays again. Like that would ever happen. Oh, I smell romance. But the more time she spends with her ex and her friends, the more the holidays grow on her. But she can't fall in love with someone again, only to be crumbled like a cookie.
Like a
I
sugar
love these
cookie?
cookie puns. I love this.
Like a
Unless she
sugar
doesn't unless she doesn't want to drown in a pool of bitterness anymore. Oh my goodness.
Oh my Lord.
I love that. And then I have to go back because I had skipped everything exploration said. That sounds like a perfect Christmas movie. A Grinch stuck in a small town. Yes.
This is like if the Grinch was forced to live in Whoville. Like instead of above it, he had to live like next door to Cindy Lou Who.
I love the idea. It's just hard to find a strong plot on paper. Yeah, I get that. BRB, awesome. And then everything exploration, I want to read that. Yes, Alice's. I love zombie survival stories. That sounds so interesting.
It does.
Usually, I'm not really like a fan of zombie stories, but I would read this one. I am loving the plot of this one.
I loved that. I have to admit, Train to Busan opened my mind a little bit to the zombie genre, but it's just because that movie is fantastic and they did such a good job with it.
Yes.
So
I know, like, to take the most interesting part would be difficult. Yeah, it's hard to choose. Or even to, like, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was waiting. I was like scared to talk, so scared we're gonna both talk at the same time.
It's just like that Spider-Man meme where the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Oh, I was gonna say, I almost forgot. Yeah, it's hard to think objectively too about your own story because it seems so like boring to you after some point. Like it's hard to think objectively of like what people who don't know the whole plot are going to find interesting.
Yeah, I feel like for me at least, if someone asked me what the most interesting part of the story was, I'd like hand it to like you or another one of my friends and be like, here, read this and tell me which part is interesting.
That's smart. Yeah, get some beta readers and have them make the synopsis for you.
Exactly.
I like that.
You did all the hard work. You wrote the story. Have someone else write the summary.
Yeah, right? Alice, it started as an idea from the Bones TV show, Mix of the Stranger. I called it. Yes, because I read that. I read that part of it and I was like, I feel like I just watched a Bones episode about that. I love that. That whole episode was so interesting. I was like, I wish I had an idea to make this a novel because it was like this med school or something, and there's just this yard, and it had just all these bodies, like in different scenarios to like study how they decompose to like in a swamp or just like under a lot of heat,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so interesting.
That does sound actually really interesting. Hi, Derek.
Which is better, first person, third person, or narrator?
I think it just depends. I don't know. Like some books I know right away that I'm going to be telling it in third person, and others I know for sure it's going to be first. So I think it really depends on who your characters are and the kind of story you're telling. So.
Oh yeah. I feel like in like epic fantasies and stuff where you're switching between a bunch of different characters, usually that'll be in third person.
Mm-hmm.
That way to just make it easier to jump from into characters' heads and stuff. But at the same time, first person can be like really immersive. Immersive, that's a good word. Sorry. I'm proud of myself for thinking of that this late at night.
Good job.
I think they're all good in different ways. It just comes down to preference. Yeah, for sure. Quote, she had obviously gotten over her little girl excitement about being outside and wanted to see more of the real world. Obviously, she hadn't been in enough near-death experiences.
I like that.
What type of effect do you want to give readers? I'm not sure. This is my first book. And then question, what's one interesting part of your story? Go, oh no.
Well, I can spoil it because it's part of the actual myth when Hades kidnaps Persephone. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
To be fair, that's like the worst thing he's ever done.
I know. To be fair.
He's just kind of just like, he just needs a hug. He's just a giant dark teddy bear who needs a hug. At least mine is. I don't know.
No, I like it. I'm excited to see how you tackle that whole thing too, Maddie. I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested too. We'll see how it goes.
I think for my short story that I'm writing, the mirror realm, because I'm writing about based off this prompt how the man got in the magic mirror. So basically, the whole thing is that. Sorry, there's a gnat. Like Jack Sparrow a little bit, just like because he's an enchanter, and so basically he can go through mirrors, like kind of like portals, and so they all connect together in like this mirror realm that connects all of them. Anyway, I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and it would be interesting to see how he actually made, like in the actual story, how he ended up in the mirror.
Yes. Lizzie, I never knew my blurbs were that interesting. I might put them on my website. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. London, the ex-friend, such a man-child, shakes head. He also shares the same pain Holly does because their moms were part of the same murder, only his made it out alive.
Oh.
Dang. I love that my book has a murder mystery in it. I have a great plot twist about the mom's death and the search for her body coming up. I love this. My sentiments exactly. Murder. Gasp.
I don't know. I feel like I've become desensitized to murder because I've took so many classes where that's like the topic of the day. So it's just like, oh, another murder, another body, another investigation. All right, let's go.
What if there's a reason her mom's body hasn't been found? Did London's mom remember everything correctly?
Dun dun dun.
Mm. Okay, in my world and story, men can get pregnant too, but it's super rare, and there is a lot of social politics surrounding those who are gifted the same ability to give life as a woman. That's so interesting.
They will finally feel the pain that women do.
I know. Now you understand.
Now you get it. Now you know why we need chocolate all the time.
Yes. Yeah, it might be interesting to look at typical genres because I know some genres are more susceptible to certain POVs. Yeah.
Absolutely.
One interesting part, when the enemy planet mistakes the other for kidnapping a princess, only to find out that they lost the second princess. I love that.
I love that.
I'm so intrigued.
Oh my gosh, wait, I want to read that story too.
I know. All you guys. Ugh.
Get writing your books so we can read them.
Yes. Probably the dragons who aren't really dragons.
What? How? Wait, what?
Cryptic. I know. What?
Is this like a Maleficent situation where they can turn into dragons?
It's going to be a huge plot twist that ruins everything Holly has built up, and everything will fall apart for the third Christmas in a row. Oh, just when she's starting to like Christmas again.
Oh, man.
Also,
humbug.
I know. So, you guys, I am going to have to wrap this up. Unfortunately, we are on such a great roll, but I have to hop off here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Maddie, do you have any final parting words? Final plug?
Final plug. I'll do a short version since I know you have a date with the Mandalorian. I think Helene has me linked down below, maybe possibly. So if y'all are interested, I do post videos on my YouTube. I'm trying to get in a better habit and back to my regular schedule of at least once a week, maybe twice a week, since I don't have anything else going on the next couple of weeks. So go ahead and click over on that link and head over to my channel. Check those out. And I would just very much appreciate the support. And thank you, Helene, for hosting. This was a lot of fun. And y'all, write those stories. I need those books on my shelf. Like now. Start writing, please. I really need to read those.
Yes. Also, you have a fun event coming up as well. The 12 Days of Christmas, right? Do you want to explain a little bit about that?
Do you have time? I'll try to.
Sure. Yeah.
So next weekend, it's, December 18th to December 20th, I have organized this little write-a-thon writing challenge event called the 12 Ks of Christmas. So it will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there will be 3 writing sprints, all hosted by different wonderful AuthorTube friends, including this lovely lady right here. And then we end each day with a fun little fireside chat, and we just talk about the holidays. And it's really just a time to sit back and celebrate our little corner of AuthorTube and another great writing year. And I hope that you all will be there because it's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your hot cocoa and pajamas because it's going to be cozy.
I'm so ready. I'm so excited. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys once again. And again, Maddie's, I pointed the right way. Maddie's channel is linked down below, so make sure you follow her if you are not following her already. And thank you guys so much for joining us. I will see you in the next video. Live stream? Bye. Whatever.